dick.
Just that's the line that we came in on, just so you know, Rachel. I'm proud of you.
Phrase,
I'm happy to be back. Yeah.
Aaron said it first. Hi, everybody.
Look, I don't care who said
it. Welcome back to Better Than Heroes. This is episode 28 of Arc 4. In case you are new to our stream, welcome. We're fun. We're casual. We're doing jokes.
We say swears right
we
up
do
top.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad aren't home. We do whatever we want.
Twitch is for the kids. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 11 Tohr-Kreen fighter.
I'm Andrew Ovredahl, and I play Flute, a.k.a. the Windrider, a human bard warlock.
I'm Jordan Dahl, and I play the Moonboy. He's a level 11 Druid boy.
I'm Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
And I'm Harlan Kelly. I am the dungeon master of this game, and I play everybody else.
Yeah.
It's
Tonight
true.
we are going to play some 5e Spelljammer Dungeons and Dragons. Our show is often, but not tonight, live soundtracked by Jason Wardell. But we are listening to Jason's tunes. Are
That's
these
true.
Jason tunes?
These are Jason's tunes, confirmed.
In the vast forest on Spotify, he rules. I listen to him all the time when I'm streaming. Very ruddy, mysterious stuff, Jason.
Yeah, Jason's the
Good
best.
catch.
Oh, I got it.
Thank you.
I got it. It is also live directed by Case Drury of Tiger Moon Productions. And it is brought to you by our patrons and our subscribers. We are so thankful to all of you who are currently patrons, who are currently subscribers. You make this show viable, possible. You help us pay Case. You help us pay Jason. You cover making the stream better and better and better every week. And we really appreciate it. If you love the show and you want to join the ranks of those cool folks, please consider supporting the show financially. There's a lot of ways you can do so. You can pick up some merch on our spring shop. You can join our Patreon. We've got lots of cool perks for patrons, including a D&D game that gets played monthly.
It's true.
With a part of our crew. There's cool stuff you can do in there. Or you can just subscribe to the stream. It's a super easy way to do it to support us, and it's something that you can do right now. Do it. If that is not in the cards for you right now, we completely understand. You can support the show by just telling your friends we exist.
Tell your friends about the
Being
show.
Like, hey, I know some cool folks that are playing D&D in space every Monday, and it's us.
And it's available as a
now.
podcast now. All of Arc 1 is up. Almost, I'm 3/4 away done through Arc 2. I got a little slowed down, but I just posted last week the part 1 of the episode where Brendan Lee Mulligan is on the show, and it just made me laugh listening back to it. It was so fun.
Chaz.
like-
Old Chaza.
My good friend Taylor Peters is listening through all the way from the beginning quickly, and he's just like texting me updates about like things that's happening in Arc 1, and he was just talking about like the appearance of all of the NPCs on the Widower ship when you all like broke in and found all of them, and he's like just getting that part, which I'm only wanted to mention to shout out Wicked, which is Jason Wardell's favorite NPC, but Jason Wardell's in here tonight. So
Wicked, I remember
just
Wicked.
go back and listen to it if you want to tell your friends about it. An easy way to listen to it if you don't want to sit in front of your computer and watch the YouTube version of the show. You can listen to it as a podcast now too.
Yeah, thanks for being with us here tonight. We're excited about tonight's show. We've got a big episode, and let's talk about what happened last week.
Oh, yeah. Last time on Better Than Heroes,
There we go.
at a crossroads and sensing an approaching end to their delve into the secret craft plane of the Arcane, known as the Azure Forge, Klik, K.A.I, Flute, and the Moonboy turned away from Noel the Skeleton Remover's trail and opened the gilded gate across the library. The vast room on the other side was filled to the rafters with a massive contraption, a work of large-scale artifice of mind-boggling complexity. Working away on its surface was a squadron of busy little geometric beings called Modrons, who tinkered away dutifully. Below them all, in a chair at a central console, was a single dwarf, who K.A.I recognized as Oliphanticulus, who had been a father to K.A.I, with whom he had worked and lived for many years before he vanished without a word, leaving K.A.I alone. It became cruelly apparent that Oliphanticulus could not remember K.A.I, and the crew deduced that he had been the subject of a memory alteration spell. His time since his disappearance had been spent here, on the Arcane Giant Mir's commission, working on this grand transmuter, which could reduce subject matter down to its most basic component parts, like a ship into raw wood and canvas, or a parakeet into a cloud of feathers and atoms, or a planet into carbon and gas.
Oh.
The ramifications of Mir possessing such a power were clear. K.A.I presented Oliphanticulus with one of the crew's shield pendants, but as he gazed at his reflection, K.A.I locked him away in the mirror of life trapping. Wow, that was intense. A robot with daddy issues. What will be in the next room of our comedy dungeon? A Hobbit Al-Anon meeting? Or perhaps a dragon and an intervention? Probably for hoarding. Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Oh, good one, Aaron. It's glad to be
Good
back. I'm
one.
glad to be back.
This is my realm. Be gone from here.
Alan, we had a bunch of jewels in the fridge, and we were saving them. Have you seen them?
All that glitters belongs to me.
You're
No,
hoarding.
Alan,
You've
that's
been
not
hoarding.
true.
It's not.
We talked
You're
about
hoarding.
that.
All
He's hoarding
wealth is
them.
mine to consume.
That's an addictive personality, Alan. That's what that is.
This has been
You
another
don't
dragon
need
intervention.
gems to feel whole. You are
They-
whole without them.
You are a magical creature, Alan. You don't need gems, okay?
The only gem you need is me, honey.
The only gem you need.
Let
The only
us
gem-
be your pile of gold.
Yeah. The only gem you need is friendship, and you're losing it. Every time you hoard gems away from us, the gems are for the whole house, okay?
I'd
Yeah,
like
we
to use
gotta
my
pay our
breath
rent with
weapon.
that shit. You asshole.
My copay. Okay, cool. So we find you all here in the Azure Forge. We left it on an early note last time, with K.A.I pulling Oliphanticulus into the Mirror of Life trapping that you received from one of the mirrors who you have also captured, who is also in the Mirror of Life trapping as well. And I'm going to go ahead, and if you all check out the Roll20 here, you can see the wonderful map that was made by Joshua Smith here for the room that you are currently in. So you can check
It's
that out, and I'll put it up
time.
here on stream as well. It's a very cool map. But yes, you all are in and around the machine here. And I'd love to know what your plan is. As you are in this room, you can see here from the map that you all walked in from the door on the left. There is this kind of like all this floating debris on the south side of the room, and there is another one of these doors that you have seen before. Every room in the Azure Forge that you've come across so far has a door that is the door behind you that you come through, and the door across the room as well. And it is the same for this room. Both of those two doors are here, as well as this glowing mass on the other side of all of this debris, kind of like bits of things that would have floated off of the work benches that are all along the side of the walls and maybe off of this machine in the middle here. And you also, up at the top of the machine, they don't seem to have reacted to you sucking Oliphanticulus into this mirror, but there is this swarm of Modrons, which, you all have put the name to it now. It is all these like fleshy, brass, mechanical creatures that have feathery wings that are floating all around the top of this machine, seemingly going back and forth between the workbenches and the machine itself, working on it, adjusting it, taking parts out, putting it back on. And you all are in this room. What would you like to do?
How did that weird bird react when we put Oliphanticulus into the mirror?
It did not seem to react. It just kind of like
Really?
is watching you all. It just kind of saw you. Yeah.
I finish saying my little poem, and I pull Oliphanticulus into the mirror, and then I look up at the crew like this.
Okay. Well.
Right?
I think that was definitely
Right?
the move.
Look,
I think
he's
that was
your
it.
dad. You get to do. You can put him in the
Right.
mirror if you want.
We weren't gonna convince him to leave, clearly.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if he's pretty powerful. I don't know if the mirror will even keep him in there. He might be able to get out. I don't know. But
Well, the Arcane hasn't gotten out.
that's true.
Yeah.
That we know
Guess
of.
Is it bad to have him in there with the Arcane? Can they interact?
No, they're separate.
They're in different boxes. That's good. All right. Well, best not linger here. I'm not super psyched about how these birds are gonna respond.
You gesture up to these like square and triangular like metal and flesh creatures floating around in this swarm up top. And you do see this large, this like blue, pretty duck-billed, like this long, almost toucan-like bill that's like flatter than that. What are those birds that look like they're metal birds? You know what I'm talking about? They're like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the
Planes?
mean
Mailboxes?
No, they're like the mean, grumpy birds. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, we don't follow the same Twitter thing.
A cassowary?
Raven.
One of those birds that have like a huge bill.
Yes, they
duck.
always look grumpy.
The
duck.
shoe bills, right?
Yeah,
Shoebill.
shoebill.
Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
big wizard-looking ones.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
That is it. It looks a lot like one of those, and it is.
All right.
It seems to have like squatted down, ruffled its feathers, is looking a little bit grumpy, but is not
He
causing
didn't
a problem
freak out
for you
when
all.
this happened, huh?
Correct. He's just kind of like watching you all closely.
I
His
remember
face is just like that.
I learned that he's a bit more clever than he looks, this bird, on an insight roll.
I'm tempted to try to do some kind of sabotage or something to
That's what I was gonna
prevent
ask.
Mia from completing this machine, but I feel like our friends here, and I'll gesture towards the Modrons, I feel like our friends here probably wouldn't like that very much.
Is there something subtle we can do? To
Also, just
like,
taking...
pull a bit out.
I mean, taking Oliphanticulus will
Yeah,
be quite a
I
setback.
think we've
but
taken the most important ingredient out already.
it's not
I don't know. I
impossible
mean,
that he
he
could
said it
finish
was. He said it was
Sorry.
close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a. I mean, we can look at the machine, see if there's something we could sneak out of there. You know, subtly destroy the machine.
Modron's something that, like, we would encounter commonly, or was this kind of a rare thing?
Definitely not. In fact, I would say you all, as your characters, do not know this name of Modron.
Oh yeah, I think that was just Aaron. Put
Yeah,
that in
that was
there.
Aaron and Jordan on Later Than Heroes.
We're spoiled too.
Excited about Modrons.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Exciting. Shout out to our Patreon podcast, Later Than Heroes, where we talk about the show after the show. So Flute, you can do a history check, and then let's have K.A.I, let's have you do a history check as well.
Critical fail!
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know, it's some kind of like giraffe.
Yeah. These are just... I think these are bugs. Yeah, you
These
just
are.
kill them.
Don't worry. Don't worry about those.
28. They're birds.
What birds? What are you even looking at?
I'm not even looking at them. I'm like
What?
looking at the trash that's levitating.
Oh, I think that's just trash.
Alive. Yeah, that's
Your eyes are closed, buddy.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah, so K.A.I, you would recognize these as they're robot is the wrong word for them because they are made of organic and metal material, but you would know them as and this is kind of like coming from the back of your mind a little bit, like your heart, some long lost memory, because you haven't encountered these before, but you know of them, that they come from a different plane, that they kind of act almost like machinery in their demeanor, where it's very rote, and you can see it too. Like you can see as they're moving, this like very specific, and they're all on beat, moving together. They never bump into each other, and they all have a job that they're doing. And you would know them as Modrons. You would be able to call them that, and you know they're from another plane of existence. Where they're kind of sprout from it, that in the plane of existence is reflective of this attitude, this experience of life that's very like boom, 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 boom.
Interesting. Yeah, these are Modrons, I will indicate. Yeah.
Are they following?
Wait, it's coming to me
Work,
now.
worker
How do they
drones
know-
of a
How do they know
craft
what to
plane.
do?
What?
How do they know what they're doing?
Olifanticiculus probably told them, or maybe they just know. I'm not sure.
You guys would probably notice at this point that Moonboy is looking pretty spent. He's looking pretty like his clothes are starting to burn away. He's been in kind of this moony form for a little while. And he's probably like starting to breathe pretty heavy, and he looks like he needs some sleep, and like it's almost like it's getting the better of him. I don't think he necessarily would say out loud like, or maybe he does. Maybe his head spins around once, and he's like, "This form needs rest.
I require healing."
Surely it will burn away before
Yes.
too long."
Is this really the place to do that? I don't know if that's...
Might be one of the safer places we've encountered.
The Moonboy will be of much more help. He can talk to animals and shit. But he needs a rest. And he's thirsty. The boy is thirsty.
I'll pull out a
I
sippy
mean-
cup for the Moonboy.
He goes and takes the sippy cup and tries to pour the water towards him, and it all just burns away before it can touch his lips.
Bummer.
Well, that's...
You need to. That's why you use the sippy part.
And he puts it in his mouth, and just steam comes out from between his lips.
Well, I don't... Every time we seem to rest in this place, something bad happens. Last 2 times we've rested, the mirror has arrived.
It's true.
I-
I could give you a short rest quickly, but I wouldn't have very many spells left after that.
This is...
It would be enough.
Well,
Perhaps we should just take a short rest here.
That's what I'm screaming.
all right, well...
I mean, can I look around and assess if there is a nearby place where perhaps, or was there a place we saw on the way in here? Can I think of a place that we might be able to a fucking, sleep in a doorway for just a little,
Door magic
Kmart
with
nap?
behind us.
Yeah, wow, Jordan, your RP is really matching the mood here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is tired. Like, you are tired. You all have been in this dungeon for a long time, and you're kind of feeling juiced a bit. And you are welcome to do to kind of like look around this room to see if it feels like there's any safe place inside of this room, you're welcome to do a perception check. Or investigation, if you would like to. You will get different answers depending on what you roll.
I'll go for perception. I got an 11.
Okay.
Total?
Yes.
With an 11, you know that there are these two doors. You know that you like the one that you just walked through, the one behind, and the one across. You know, you could maybe each squat under a workbench and not be noticed by the Modrons that are flying above you. And it seems like there is a glowing purple doorway behind a lot of this debris. You can't see anything past it, but and it doesn't look like the other two doorways, like the doorway behind and the doorway across. It looks quite different, in fact. It's more of just an archway that has this like purple mist on it, and not these crafted doorways as the other ones are. And you definitely can't get inside the machine either, as it's like very packed tightly. So this room's looking pretty bare. You know that there was the barracks that you came through before. There was a few different rooms that were a little bigger and maybe had like some spots that you could tuck behind. You could go back to the vault, and that definitely had doors that would close if you wanted to try that. But again, a thing that you know for sure is that the door that you walk through, it doesn't lead to the same place that you came from. So you could try and get back to one of those rooms, but you don't know where any of these doors lead you, except for the map that K.A.I has internally, which is that drawing, which I can give you again if you need it.
I feel it.
Okay. And he's like, all right. We press on. The creature's body is forfeit.
Can you drop that form at least?
If I were to drop it, you would not have access to my strength, should we need it once more.
Right. Is Olfanticulus...
I'm wearing this little bastard like a glove.
Say again, Andrew?
Is Olfanticulus' little teacup still there?
No.
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Is his chair still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I investigate this portal, this other door? This big purple one?
Absolutely. You can do an investigation check. You are more than welcome to.
Pew.
We did.
Not bad. 18.
Ooh, with an 18, it is clearly a gate in some sense, but it doesn't look like a portal. I think that is an important distinction here. It has a lot of elements that portals do that you would recognize, but it seems more like a very thick mist. In fact, you see some of the pieces of debris in and around, these like junk that comes off of a workbench, broken nails, etc. Kind of like float through the mist, touch in, maybe float a little bit into the mist, and then float back out. So a lot of your knowledge of portals, you know that if something kind of like connects with it, it gets in. It gets sucked in and transported to the other side. This does not seem to have that same effect, as it seems like things can interact with this mist and not get immediately transported. So it's more of a obscured doorway than a portal.
This clearly leads somewhere.
Honestly, taking a little break and just kind of, even talking about this, the Moonboy looks like he could maybe press on for another couple miles before having a juice box.
Okay.
Proud of you.
I think we can get to the next room. I think he, I said it spookily, but he really meant it when he said press on. The creature's form will be forfeit.
I wanted to do something just to see how these Modrons react. I want to wreck Olfanticulus' chair by just kind of standing on it and like kicking the back out of it, and I want to see what the Modrons will do with this broken object that's near them.
Oh, sure.
Anything.
Absolutely. When you kick the chair and you start putting the pressure on it, doing the old Harlan drunk in college move of standing on a chair and accidentally breaking it. It's true.
I one time Chris Farley straight up through a coffee table. Wham!
One of the coolest moments of my life was being out back late at night and had a plastic chair with one of my friends, and I just threw it up because I just thought it was funny. Threw it up in the air, and I was like, "Watch, it's fine." And it went up in the air and then hit the ground and shattered into 1,000 pieces. It was the It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay,
You're a wizard.
yeah, exactly. I would just expected it to bounce, and it shattered. It didn't just break.
It was February.
Yeah.
Looking back.
That's true. But as you start to break this chair, push your foot against it and just make this comfy, cozy chair creak and snap, the Modrons don't seem to react at all, but the bird immediately flies over and is loudly squawking at you in a way where its mouth opens up to a full 180 and it's going wah, wah, and it's clearly disturbed and trying to get you to stop.
Yeah, I will. I'll stop. I'll hop off and kind of throw up my hands up and be like,
It's a mad goose. It's not flying anymore. It's just
scariest thing in this entire dungeon so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just kind of put up my hands
I was just wanted to see if those things were gonna do anything. How did you get in here, bird?
It's just kind of making these gross noises at you and waddling around and looks at you untrusting.
I'm going to try to speak telepathically with the bird and just say, "Rest easy, friend. We don't mean to hurt you or Oliphanticulus."
Nothing can hurt us.
Aha! Hello.
Creepy ass bird.
I thought you might understand us.
Where are you taking my father?
Your father? He's also K.A.I.'s father. We're trying to get him out of here. Are you trapped?
You're trying to get the machine Oliphanticulus made out of here?
We're trying to get Oliphanticulus out of here and free him. His memory has been wiped.
Then I will come with you. I go where Oliphanticulus goes.
Can I ask you your name?
Yes. It kind of looks at you and raises an eyebrow that it doesn't have. And it says, Clang.
Clang. Well,
This is all
all telepathic, yeah. I'll tell you guys in a second.
Yeah, you just see Klik staring at this bird and the bird staring back at her.
No. A friend of Oliphanticulus's is a friend of ours, I assume. How did you wind up here with him?
I follow him wherever he goes.
So do you know K.A.I?
No. I mean, I know the machine. But I wouldn't call
this
it a
K.A.I. This is K.A.I.
Also,
I'll gesture to K.A.I.
What?
Named after the machine? Elegant.
No, named before the machine.
Bit of a chicken egg situation.
I'll turn to I'll tell get everybody up to speed. Be like, this bird knows more than we think, and
it's it looks cornered too, and it's just kind of looking at you and speaking with you in a way that doesn't look trusting. It's hunched down and its feathers are ruffled.
We are no friends of the Arcane. We're here to get our friends and get our ship and get out of here. And if you have any interest in that, you're welcome.
I would like to go as well. Please.
All right. Do you know anything about this purple gateway of fog?
The docks are out there.
The docks. Like the ship docks?
There are ships.
Is there a gold one? Have you seen a golden ship?
I don't go in there anymore. I stay here with
Why?
Oliphanticulus.
When was the last time you've been to the docks?
It's difficult to tell time here, but long ago, Mir punished me greatly when I get too pokey.
Well, we won't let Mir at you again. Friends, the docks, they're this way, to the ships.
Doppelganger.
The bird said so. I don't know. We don't have a better idea. Well, you want to go back through another golden door to another random room?
No, I was just saying, what if he's a doppelganger? Doc sounds
I don't
great.
know. Do we have a question? Is
don't
there a way?
The bird. So wait.
His name is. He says his name's Clang.
Olophanticulus is his father?
Yeah, that's what he said. You're brothers or something.
His brothers.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Spin
wait.
off.
Wait. I am gonna try to take off my translator and try to somehow affix it to the bird.
Oh boy!
Can I do it? Can I? Hang on, this'll help. If he'll let me, I don't want to force a thing to.
Roll a persuasion check to put this
Yeah.
newly met bird who you just.
It was so high. Hang on.
Let's
persuasion,
go.
It's 17 with a -1 modifier.
Incredible. All right, let's see if I beat it. Oh, I did
You're gonna
not.
get one sound like when they reconstructed the mummy's voice.
Oh man, someone said perswammies in chat, which
Perswammies.
is so funny.
So
truly,
far from persuasions.
some
An
li-
18 is about as good as Klik can get with persuasion.
That's some true literary gymnastics you did there, DC Pep.
Very good.
So yeah, you bring it over, and it's like putting a hat on a dog. Where this large billed bird is not into it, but with
It's gonna help.
Yeah, you have kind of like enough care and can send it these telepathic messages to explain what's going on, or boots on a dog. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's
chat.
walking all weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like faces down on the ground because it's pretty heavy for it too. So it just is kind of facing the floor. But will look up every once in a while and put its head immediately back down as it gets tired very quickly from trying to hold up this thing that is kind of like a bit on its mouth in its beak, but it opens its beak wide enough where it looks up and it's like,
No, it's
Hello.
not a perfect fit. Whoa. Is that what I sound like? It's in my voice.
Yeah.
It's in my-
oh yeah, wait, Rachel. Would
Yeah.
you, in the way that Aaron voices the moon, would you like to voice the bird?
Can I be Clang?
Yes,
Click and
this
clang.
feels right.
Amazing.
Please.
I didn't
Yeah.
even think
All
about
right.
that.
Yeah. Hello. Hi.
I would like to, as this whole thing is going on, the Moonboy is going to kind of crack his neck over and look at the bird and be like, "Be careful!" And I will bless us all, kind of almost like nervously blessing us.
Okay.
Yeah. The anxious bless. Yeah, I went to Catholic school too. Yeah.
I don't know. He seems nice. He knows Olophanticulus. He seems to like him.
And Rachel,
He's a
feel
hunted crone.
free to take some liberties here. Don't wait for
Sure.
me.
Yeah.
This is Klik hearing her voice. for
Yeah.
the
Okay.
first
So
time.
I need. The problem is the voices are the same.
Yep.
Hi. This is. I'm.
Weird.
You're K.A.I?
Yeah, that's me. Hi, you're Clang?
That's K.A.I, though.
Right. That's a bit of an awkward situation. It's a different acronym, basically.
It's a knockoff.
What did Olophanticulus say his guy was?
Give me a second. Hold on. I gotta pull up our old notes. I'm surprised. I'm ashamed of myself that I don't have these
I wrote
notes
down-
already pulled up.
Yeah.
But it's true. I need a second
ask-
to pull up the notes.
Oh wait.
I don't have it.
Oh, you're gonna wait for me? Okay, cool.
I didn't write it down.
Wow, that is
I've never heard of an inventor using the same name on two inventions.
Oh, his
But were
memory
you-
got wiped.
Oh, here we go. Ready?
So,
It's called the Kinetoscopic Arcane Illuminator. There we go.
that's the one.
Kinetoscopic Arcane Illuminator. I'm putting it in chat too. So
And I'm
you
a
will-
kinetic arcane intelligence, so different. Same acronym.
Different names. Clang, do you know how we could shut that machine down? At least until we get all of Venticulus all sorted out.
I'm a bird.
You seem clever for a bird, though.
Rachel,
Not
just
that
for
clever.
just for fun, let's have you roll a history check.
Yeah.
Not adding Klik's modifier, just a straight up history check roll.
7.
7. Okay, cool. Yeah. You may continue with the bird narrative then, as you work.
Nope. That's a kinetoscopal arcane illuminature.
Yeah, you can hear the weird squawks behind the translator as the words don't quite come out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
The creature is a fool.
No, I'm a bird.
But it was a friend of Olephanticulus. We cannot leave it here.
I mean, as
Does-
much as
do I-
anyone's friends with their dad.
It was dad friends with Olephanticulus. It must become part of our group. Do I trust
The
the
mirrors
bird?
don't.
Oh, you can absolutely roll a perception check on the bird.
The mirrors don't
Doesn't
like
seem
us
on the
poking
level.
around.
Yeah, are you friends with Mia? What's that relationship like?
You deeply dislike him. Go for it, Rachel. Yeah.
Nah, that guy is the worst.
Excellent.
Well, those guys, not my favorite. No.
I'm going to give myself guidance.
I
Oh, no,
knew-
wait. Am I?
I knew my brother was going to be cool.
You can see the family resemblance, and I'll sort of gesture to the thing on my face.
Yeah.
Kai, how is Bessner reacting to you talking to this bird?
Cheating on Bessner.
I think
Bird
I think Bessner's okay with it.
Sure, he can be. I'm not trying to stir up drama. I'm just giving you the
Yeah, I don't
option
think
of the
Bessner's
reaction.
jealous
You
of
are.
other-
You are.
Me and Bessner have
Oh,
a-
I mean
a
overall,
special-
yes. Yeah.
Bessner is my familiar. We have a bond that goes beyond mere bird brotherdom.
You guys are poly then?
They're in an open relationship.
It's kind of a don't ask, don't tell thing.
Jordan, what'd you get on that perception check? I'll tell you the romantic nature of this bird if you got over a 25.
Okay. Hang on, I didn't roll it yet.
Hell yeah.
Well, I was seeing. If I
Welcome
could
back.
give
It's been
myself-
2 weeks. We're
And the
rusty.
way you're looking off screen, it looks like you're waiting for someone to run it up to you on like a little
No,
note.
I was looking to see if there was anything I could do to make this roll any better, but I ended up rolling a 27.
Nice.
Oh.
Amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Insight on the bird.
Yeah, the bird has no romantic interests in its life currently. It's not open to that, but it's also trapped inside of an arcane dungeon, and so it's really shelved that for its life right now. But
Right.
it would be interested in maybe meeting another
Sure.
bird in the future
Oh,
if
so
it
maybe
could
it
kind
would
of
want
like.
To meet Bessner is what
So
you're
it's
saying.
like a sapiosexual.
Right.
Yeah, but without the pretentiousness of that, it's like it's not
You think
judging
Abe
people
Sapien is
on their intelligence. It's more of just looking for something. It's hard to find someone who's both willing to date a bird and also willing to, also able to like connect on the actual intelligence level of this bird as well.
Damn.
So
Harlan with some shade for the sapiosexuals out there.
But
I'm
moreover,
just
do I
saying,
trust
intelligence is a thing that is made up. Sorry.
it? Does it seem trustworthy?
Oh yeah, it is.
Sounds like
It
Is it
is.
gonna break my heart?
It is a
I wanna
protective.
stop on intelligence is made up.
Yeah.
Intelligence is something that smart people made up to make the stupid people look stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, there's wisdom, intelligence are two different stats. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. JMP. We can talk about this later. So the bird is acting like a protective dog. really. It is clearly it seems from the conversation that you've had with it as well that the reason that it's not it didn't react sharply to the fact that you sucked Olophanticulus into this mirror is that it doesn't want Olophanticulus to be here and is not invested in Olophanticulus staying here, but it is very invested in coming with you all now, and does not like mirror. So yeah,
That's great.
All right. Well, how should we get out of here?
Yeah, we want to.
Well,
get,
those are the docks if you're looking for a boat.
We have to get. Our old ship and our friends are here, probably in the docks.
To the
We can't leave without them. So.
Klang would know that Mir did a few mirrors recently went through that portal.
I doubt we'll be alone over there, but you know, if you need a ship, I saw some guys go through there earlier. Mir specifically,
Yeah, a bunch of mirrors.
if a
Do
bunch,
need a ship.
3.
3 mirrors.
Yeah,
It's still
3
like
mirrors walked onto the docks. One said to the other,
I love it. I love
"Is it
a
foggy in
bird
here?
tells
Is it
jokes.
just me?"
Love a good
What's the
mirror
deal
tip.
with Spelljammer food? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry.
Do you know?
Over
Do you know where the
crumpets.
other door leads?
No.
Yeah.
Some are different every time. Do I even know that?
No, you have not gone through those doors.
No. Those are...
Is there?
Oh, actually, you know what? Have it roll a history check. And give me a
Okay.
dice. Yeah.
4.
You're blessed.
Wait. 7.
Yes.
Yeah, it tends to get left by. In fact, Mir is pretty protective of. Even when Olophanticulus has left the room, has not allowed Klang to go with him because Mir is very protective of who goes where when. In the
Let's get this bird. Let's go fight
Klik.
these monsters.
Klik will ask Klang.
There it is.
Should we be concerned about these other birds? These ones? Are they gonna be a problem?
Not unless you try and break the machine.
Aha!
Nice.
They're here to protect K.A.I. They don't. I doubt they would be worried about us. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Klang,
just
is there
try to be
anything in here
sneaky.
that we shouldn't leave behind? Anything Olophanticulus wouldn't want us to miss?
The chair.
The chair.
The chair.
It's a really good chair.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can fix the chair.
He loves this chair.
We shall bring the chair.
We can't carry a chair. through this
Not
I
that
don't
big.
know. We could try.
Can we move the chair? Can Klik move the chair?
Oh yeah, you can pick it up. It's not. It's a little bit heavier than Flute.
Oh, it's a dwarf chair. That's right.
Yeah, put it in the
All right.
back
Wheels
hall.
on it? Can we just like push Moonboy on the chair?
It's
Yeah,
wait,
sure,
be-
sure. It totally has wheels on it. Absolutely.
I
Does the
will
chair have
be-
value?
A handful. I promise you.
Does the chair have more than sentimental value? Is it a magic chair?
Roll a history check for the bird. So many history checks for birds. What can birds remember?
What
We'll
does
find
he
out.
know?
You're
This is a good one.
blessed.
17.
17.
Blessed.
Oh, I'm blessed. 19.
It is a deeply sentimental item to Olophanticulus. It does not have
All right.
arcane properties, but it is very personally important to him.
I'm taking it.
Cool.
He likes it. I don't know. It's a
We don't
chair.
have to- we don't
How
have
often
to
do you
tell
find a
him
good chair in this galaxy?
Who kicked it? We could just tell him it fell in the adventuring.
No, I know what you did. I saw you.
All right. Well,
All right.
should we go?
It's in the
should
back
we
of
go
holding.
through?
Got all the pieces.
Oh. In the bag of holding. Those things so handy.
I assume if there was something else, the bird would probably tell us about it.
Me. Take me. I would like to go.
Right.
You're coming with us.
Great.
It looks very afraid of the bag
travel
of
the
holding,
mirror?
though. Because, does not want to get in the bag of holding.
No, you don't have to go in the bag.
Great.
You can fly with me. I'm a bird sometimes.
Although it might be safer. Well, no, you would die in there.
How big of a bird am I?
You're about a
good
foot
question.
tall. A little
Okay.
less.
Medium, large size bird.
I will
pretty
attempt to
sneaky?
fly with the thing on my face, and it will, I assume, make a very loud banging and flapping sound.
I just described this image to Andrew in the game that we played yesterday, where it's like the cartoon moment where a bird flies away with something that is way too heavy for it, and it's like and it's just like dipping and falling, like it's trying to fly, and then it like it kind of like face bombs. It just like plummets down every once in a while as it's like trying to hold itself up, and then it falls face first because it has this very heavy thing attached to its face.
Oh,
Shiny Dave.
we can take that off and work on one that's the correct size for you.
Yeah, I don't. I can walk, and I'll turn around and drag my face and walk backwards. The mask. Think Klik will just scoop up the clang in her arms for now.
Just put her in your backpack.
Maybe
Perch on the shoulder.
Don't
go
put
pirate
me on the
style.
bag.
you can go in the mirror
that
if
bag.
you want.
No, I'm coming with you guys. Don't put me in anything.
I'm just saying you could be with Olephanticulus.
Get on Flute's shoulders like a pirate. It would rule. He's already pretty cool.
That guy messed up my guy's chair.
Yeah, I don't want a bird on my shoulder.
Really? Because
Don't
that's the
listen to
vibe
him.
you're putting out, man.
Yeah. Don't listen. If
Your
he
whole
could sense
thing
that you,
screams, "Put a bird on me."
if he could sense that you wanted to be on his shoulder, he would be all over it. So
All right.
No, I knew a captain once who had a parrot just bird shit all over all the time. The whole vest ruined. No thanks.
One of the
There
many
was
perks
issues.
of being a pirate.
no one cares if you are covered in bird
Not
shit.
very nice to assume I would just shit all over your shoulder. I'm a pet bird. I'm a good bird. I've been a good bird for a long time, and I don't just shit wherever I feel.
You don't try
Alright,
it.
Will.
Yeah, you see a small box, like a kitty litter box underneath one of the workbenches.
Alright, I told you.
I'm a
this-
good
this
bird.
Is a smart, this is a smart bird. This is a uniquely smart bird.
Come on, Clang. Let's go get killed.
All right, we're going through this docks portal. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Cool. Are we going? Is this you
We're
all
going.
Yeah. Yeah.
stepping
It
through?
begins.
Sounds like that's what we decided.
Okay.
I'll go first, sneaky style.
Yeah, I would say, as per the rules of the Arcane Forge here, as your Forge, there we go, that I have established throughout this whole time, it is very important, forever and always, that you tell me what order you are going through this door in with the group here. And
Perhaps
I
now, more
from
than
now and forever and always as well, I'm going to assume Clang is sitting on Klik's shoulder, unless that is
Good
decided otherwise.
for me.
So you all are heading through this like debris-covered hovering portal. No problemo. Who's going? So Flute's going first. You see Flute, and you can kind of see his form standing, like, just covered in mist for a moment. He's highlighted in the mist as he steps through it, and you can see just the outline of him as he steps through and out and in. Is anyone following immediately, or are you letting him stealth through first?
I'm gonna stealth with him.
I am going to dawdle a little bit.
Moonboy?
I will go in with them. No, I'll dawdle as well because I'm not very stealthy.
All right, K.A.I and Flute, let's have you roll stealth checks.
I'm literally glowing.
Yeah, here comes the nightlight.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing an evil plot. Oh God, that kid's on fire.
Dude, these dice hate.
Don't worry, I'll be sneaky.
25.
12.
Take a D6. You're within
still have
30 feet.
bless?
All right, we're blessed.
No,
right?
this is my last one. Oh,
Do
you
you-
are blessed.
Do you need to be able to see them in order to give them that buff? Because they are technically not able to be seen after they like at the point where they would need to stealth. They are past.
We are still blessed.
Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Plus 1d4.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
27 then.
Oh, then I get to add a 4, so 16. Shit. What was the roll?
12?
It was 12, so 16.
You got the 4.
Nice.
Big difference between 12 and
Yeah.
16.
Indeed.
I will tell you. I'm not going to tell you the results here, but I'm going to tell you as you all step through the portal. You see the scene that I'm about to put up on Roll20 here. I'm about to put up on the as well on the stream here, so everyone can see it. But you step through, and you are clearly, it is the docks. You were not lied to there. It is very much the docks here. As you've gone through the Azure Forge the whole time, there have been walls to all of the rooms that you've gone through. You know what I mean? They're like you've been inside of a building this whole time, and as soon as you step out, you can see this vast expanse of orange, yellow, purple, pink, swirling. It almost looks like storm, like a cloud that you can't see into, but it's huge. You're stepping out on a dock, and like we would stand on out. Like and see the dark ocean in front of us. You can just see these skies around you all as well. And wait, did I move it over? Can you all see this on Roll20? Tell me
No.
yes or no. Okay, cool. Then give me just a tiny little second. I lost track of. Oh no, you can see the GM layer, which you're not supposed to see. No, give me just a tiny little second. Boom. Boom. Okay. I want to do the reveal, god damn it, and I'm going to. So hold on. I'm gonna do it.
I'm
Just
psyched.
give me a tiny little second. Yeah, so you see this this whole wide sea, and as you step out, as you look back behind you, it looks like that portal that you all saw when you in the very first room of the Azure Forge. Behind you, there is this like swirling blue, like yellow energy of a portal behind you, and you see a large towering crane on this dock that's clearly there to lift things on and off Spelljammer ships. You see one of the golden doors on the far side of the dock that you've seen before, and you see the Dinger and another ship dock to the
Incredible.
to the forge here as well, to the forge's dock as well.
Bing, bang, boom.
And you also see two figures standing right about at the base of the crane, about halfway through between the door that you can see on the other side, which is one of the like recognizable Azure Forge doors that you've seen before. You see two figures. One of them is clearly Mir, standing there talking to a hooded figure, completely black robe all the way over their head. You can't see any arms or anything. It's a real Darth, one of them situation, as you can't see.
Darth, one of them.
There's a real dearth of Darths.
One of them.
Emperor. There we go. Emperor Palpatine. That's what I was going for.
There you go.
all right.
Standing there. And so as you step through, you see this, and you hear Flute and K.A.I. You all both hear Mir say, "I told you." That's not his voice. It's been so long. Here we go. Ready?
I told you.
I told you. I could get them to come here. I would get them to come here, and I would deliver them to you. And you see the hooded figure nod. And Mir says, "So the ship is mine?" And you see the hooded figure nod. And there, we will cut to break. And we will
No. Harlan.
we will follow up with what happens here. In 5 minutes, we're going to take a quick break where we drink, pee, and we'll see you right on the other side
Drink,
here.
pee, and scream.
Drink, yeah.
Pee,
Drink, pee, scream.
Scream.
Yeah.
Scheme.
Scream, drink, pee.
Scream, and scheme.
Yeah.
The old screaming scheme.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us. I'm really excited about the second half of this session. So we'll see you just in 5 minutes. Be right back.
Oh boy.
Well, we don't want to hurt the horse.
We're back.
It's a magical
Whoa.
horse.
Okay, Harlan, I have a plan.
All right, hit me with it.
And I want to say
Hit me
it
with
now.
your best plan.
I want to say it now before.
It's not our best plan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the best plan, but it's the plan.
Yeah.
As soon as everyone comes through,
Well, we're
I
still in
have
the room.
Yeah.
Bessner behind us in the room, and I've given Bessner a small obsidian bead from my bag, which is the bead of horse. And when we are all through, I want Bessner to drop the bead of horse inside the intricate parts of this machine and let a horse loose inside of it to sabotage it.
This
Um,
coincides with what I wanted to do so perfectly, and you'd think we planned it on break.
In the machine behind you,
Yes.
where Olafantigulos was. Okay.
Now, is
Yeah.
the machine like kind of a? Can you describe it to us one last time so we might know what might happen to the horse if you were to?
Well, I will say this is not the thing that is conjured. Is not a real horse in the sense that it was born. It was like brought about by two horses that really love each other. And it's not a horse with like a childhood and a future. It is a fey being that is taking the form of a horse and is performing any like acting like a horse. It is a
All of your horse
horseplay.
needs.
yeah, and when it is
Will it act like a
leaves
horse
this plane of existence, yes, it will do nothing but be a
Fully
horse.
smash shit
in a
up?
scenario presumably or possibly where it was confined in a small space and afraid and trying to free itself?
Right. Have you ever put a
It will-
horse
it
in
will-
a dumpster?
It will really horse it up in that situation.
horse
You
it
feel
up.
Okay.
confident about that.
That's,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
that's what we want out of the horse.
That's the goal.
I just want to make sure that when I describe the horse being mangled possibly lately, that it is not a situation where it is an animal dying, but it's instead just matter changing form and going to a different plane of existence.
Okay.
So that's my trigger warning of that's
So
not a
this
good
thing-
trigger warning. So anyway, hold on, but we need to do this bit by bit. So I am actually
I
absolutely
wanted to tell you that in the order of operations of this whole shitstorm that I think is about to kick off, probably. I just wanted that
There's
to be
also going to
out
be a
there.
horse at some point.
I wanted
Maybe
to make
getting
it way
mangled.
worse while I had the opportunity.
yeah.
Maybe one that's gonna be mangled, but we want to make it clear that it's a ghost horse and it loves punishment. You beat the shit out of this thing. It does not care.
Do not
You do whatever
care.
you want with this horse. Bing bang boom. Horse is gone at the end of this thing. No horse parts, nothing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jordan. It's like you're a DM yourself. I appreciate you chipping in the way that like Andrew will look up
Clean.
rules for me. Here
Tidy.
you were just like making that neat and easy for me. But yes, there is a moment before you go through the portal where you hand Bessner this bead of horse. That is a magical item we made up on the stream because I missaid bead of force one time. And it looks like a small marble that has a tiny little horse that is just forever running inside of it.
Correct.
It's just like
Not for
moving.
long.
It's
Not
It's
forever.
gonna be running outside of it.
But Bessner, floating there, flickering, looks over and looks at the bird on Klik's shoulder, looks at Clang, looks at you, Kai, and like flutters in front of you and nods in the way a hummingbird can, and
Nice.
Yeah.
grips
We narrow our eyes at each other and nod.
and Bessner
Inflict horse.
Bessner flitters around in front of you in a way that is almost. She is clearly communicating something to you, and she says, like in her movement, she's kind of like it's almost like sign language. Like she's like signing this communication to you, and she's saying, "Don't wait for me," because Bessner's a familiar, and you can conjure her later. She also will not die forever. So, but she's also
Has a flair for the dramatic, like her papa.
yeah.
I sort of want to see this. I sort of want to see the horse happen.
Describe it to me.
I would also like to see the horse happen.
Shh.
And you see in Bessner's waiting, kind of like as you all step through, she's waiting for Moonboy and Klik's signal because she's not going to go until you all step through, so that because it's been made clear that the Modrons will attack if you try and mess with the machine. And so she's just hovering there, kind of like you hear her make a little whinny that she shouldn't be able to make, but she does as you see a little
symbol
like
horse.
yeah,
see.
in a third claw, like two of her little claws are holding on to the bead of horse, but a third one comes out and stamps at non-existent ground as she's like rearing up and getting ready to go charge at the mechanical machine in the middle
She's
of
a
the
bit
room.
of a horse girl.
Okay.
All right. Well,
so-
I guess we go.
Well, hold on. So I would say,
Okay, go ahead.
but you don't know what's happening on the other side of the room.
No.
So Klik and Moonboy, what are you waiting for? And this isn't, I would challenge you to not metagame of you know that they're seeing something, but you don't know if they've been spotted or not, and you have chosen to hang back. So one is
Well-
are you just like taking a beat, or
Well, I
are
think,
you?
So Kai cooked this plan up. We would know this was gonna go. So I think, like we said, we want to see what that horse thing looks like.
What that horse do?
But
We
no,
want to see what that horse do.
We can't wait for that.
And
Moonboy wants to
Moonboy's
go
like-
viral. Moonboy's got his
Moonboy's-
phone out.
Moonboy's like, moreover, I kind of want to hear it. You know it will sound crazy.
Deeply disturbing.
Sounds like a Kreen talking.
Amazing.
I think we were just waiting.
We're waiting for shit to pop off.
I assume we can't hear anything that's going on the other side.
you both can roll perception checks.
Okay.
I will.
You're still blessed.
21. 21. Yes.
With the 21, you can.
plus bless. Plus
Plus-
bless.
Oh yeah, 20. The difference between 21 and 25 is the
That's
difference.
plus-
23.
Cool.
24.
You both can see the shapes of K.A.I and Flute, just like the very vague outlines of them stepping forward, and you can kind of see them like pause for a second as if they've seen something. You don't know what they've seen, but you at least have that.
Okay.
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 They're not, moving in violence or anything.
They're not being lifted up,
Yeah,
and
we're, or at least I am, and I assume Klik is of the same mind. Say otherwise if not. I'm thinking like, we know when a fight kicks off, when the spells start flying, they will need us.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Great. So then,
All right. Cool.
K.A.I and
I'm
Flute.
going to use Chameleon Carapace before I go into the fog.
Absolutely.
I'm going to cast freaking Eclipse on myself, which is the spell Ward, you might remember.
Cool.
Okay.
And then Flute. K.A.I, what are you doing?
As soon as I came through, I'm casting Major Image to conjure Noel the Skeleton Remover.
Yes.
Going out, behind us, and he'll be just kind of standing behind us, very, very sneaky.
Cool. I'm gonna
He
play your
moves.
same.
He moves like a shadow because he makes only the noise I want him to make.
Amazing. And sorry, just for the record, that was the spell Sanctuary, not Ward.
Great.
I'm going to put that in my notes.
So you all just see these two figures in front of you talking.
Is the hooded figure in black as tall as Mir, or more like a humanoid like us?
That is a great question because you don't even need to roll for that. It is shorter. Mir is about 10 feet tall. This one's about 6 or 7 feet tall.
That's still pretty tall.
6 or 7.
Tall.
It's impressive. You go to the
But
NBA
shorter.
with
Yeah.
a height
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah, you could be at least a guard.
Are there any hiding spots around here? I'm looking, let's see if I can consult this map.
Yeah.
Like barrels, crates, anything, or is what we see what we get on this map?
What you see is what you get. I'm sorry, Flute. There are no barrels for you today.
No coward's closet?
No coward's closet. As you,
Coward's Corner. You hear Moonboy say as though from a memory.
From a distance. Well,
I do need.
just
I will
a
put
dinger
the mirror
right
token
there.
on here to kind of like indicate where
Yeah.
the distance of it.
I mean, I'll look at Kai. Kai came through with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll like
sort
look
of-
at the dinger and kind of shrug. Do we see any movement on the dinger? Anyone on there?
Both of you can roll perception checks. Absolutely.
Dude, these dice hate Flute. I used these dice in a D&D game with a different character yesterday. Got great rolls. These dice
3.
cannot get
Dice
rid
are on
of
Mir's team.
They're used up.
12. Do we still have Bless, or does it go away because we moved through the fog? Does it work? in
Bless?
another
Oh, that's a
form?
me question. I thought you were asking Jordan. You were not on a different plane of existence. Bless is still up.
Okay, then.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Wait. Yes, it is. Sorry.
So, in that case...
Jordan, will you double check that Sanctuary isn't a concentration spell?
Yes, I did.
14.
Cool, thank you. I believe you.
You can look
Cool.
it up. Sanctuary 5.
No, I don't need to. I believe you.
Just get off of my back!
On a 14, you can see at the end of this very large crane here that is 60 feet up in the air, you see Goat tied up,
My baby!
bound in rope,
No.
I got my baby up there!
and is.
It was so loud. I'm sorry.
I love it.
Good thing Klik didn't come through yet. Jesus.
Yeah, Klik says this.
My baby! I'm also not wearing my translator, so it's
For
like,
initiative.
Oh, yeah. All just a bag of dice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting on a bag of Fritos.
What was the Eliza term? Is that just a jar of pennies being shaken up?
Yeah, she had one for every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a different one.
Spilling the jelly beans.
So it's Goat tied up, hanging off the crane.
Yeah, in fact, she is on the end of a hook here. So I will kind of
She's
like,
the only
in
one
case
that we
I'm
see.
yeah, and with a 14, yes, and I'm way zoomed out on the map here, so I'm just gonna like put this like nice, pretty green arrow, hopefully that you all can see. That Goat is at, there's you all in the portal, and at the very end of this crane, at the hook there is Goat, bound by rope, gagged, and just kind of like dangling there.
That's not good.
And Kai saw that as well, right? Kai rolled even better than
Kai,
I.
what'd you
I
get?
rolled a 4.
Oh shit! In that case,
It's all you.
Kai, I'll give you a kind of a little chin inclination to see Goat up there on the hook as
And you
well.
can't see it. You can from
Yeah, I
like
rolled
the
one,
little
so
bit
I'm
more
like,
angle.
what, do you have something on my face?
Oh.
If you want to whisper to him, you absolutely can.
That's what I don't know if I want to do. I mean, how far away are these guys? 50 feet?
No. How far is Mir and the hooded
Figures?
figure? About 50 feet. That's correct.
Okay. I don't know. I'll point with my finger up at the crane and like.
Yeah, you see Flute as you all are kind of just like have come through this portal and are just kind of like hunched on the edge of it, just kind of like crouched down there, out in the open, but seemingly unnoticed. You see Flute pointing, but you don't have a good angle. There's like these golden statues of Mir himself, but with like huge angel wings on the back of his body.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's...
That are blocking your vision, yeah.
Good lord. Did he build this place?
Yes.
It's sick.
Yeah.
I'm
waiting
looking to
for-
K.A.I for what he thinks we should do.
Yeah, I look back over my shoulder. I'm waiting for Klik and Moonboy, I think.
Are y'all, I mean,
These guys are too close to whisper.
I think it is totally, I mean, it is up to you, Klik and Moonboy, and what you feel like your trigger is to come through. You know, like what, like you kind of just see them hunched there.
I think we are good to come through.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they can
Klik.
see me, but I will gesture towards them.
Okay. Kind of one of
I
these.
mean, we can see him kind of wave his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, you see like just the outline of Flute pointing to something and K.A.I being like not really responding, and you all can boop through as well. Just to cut over real quick, as you all step through, you all see Bessner.
Horse.
Yeah, she lets out a mechanical
Now, Bessner.
neigh, and she just woofs for it. Just zoom in cam on her. As she's like and like whipping through all these Modrons, and she finds a crevice. She goes straight into it, and she is just kind of pod racing through there, if you will. Episode 1 is underrated, and she
Stay on target.
just like dives
Stay
in.
on target.
And
It's right where it needs to be.
she hits a wall for a second and is kind of like jarred out of her sprint there. And Aaron, let's have you roll a Constitution saving throw for Bessner to see if she can hold on to
I have
the
those stats.
yeah, let's see if she can hold on to the beat of horse on this first layer of the machine, or if she can get in deeper.
Ooh, 19.
Oh shit!
Let's go. Okay, cool. Yeah, with a 19, she bangs against this wall here, but she holds on, and she is like still gripping this bead of horse. It's not a matter of it's a matter of how she grips it. Anyway, it's not a matter of how you grips it. It's a matter of a 5-ounce bird carrying a 1-pound coconut. There we go.
By the husk.
She smashes against the wall, still gripping this bead of horse, and finds this just like shaft where some sort of chain is like clicking up, and she can dive down through it, pulling the bead of horse behind her and get deeper into the machine. But there is a whir of all of these mechanical gears that seem to just be like shifting and changing position and locking with each other, and she needs to dance deeper in there. So let's have her make a dexterity saving throw to see if she can
she's
make it
good
through.
at this. She's a hummingbird.
Cool.
Heck yeah!
Give me a B.
26.
26. Yeah, she is. Oh,
Nat
just
19.
woo, 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 woo. She is in the dance. She's that one hot dude from Ocean's 2 or 3, as he's going through all of the lasers and just moving around all. We'll talk about it later. As she's going through all of the gears and just like dodging all of them perfectly and still being able to move. Like the beat of horse like bangs against a gear here, bangs against a gear there, but does not break, does not activate as she pulls it through. And when she gets all the way into the middle, you can feel just this little like ping from Bessner, you, K.A.I, as you're in this room, and she wants you to look through her eyes for a moment.
Oh
Do
god.
that.
I put my hand out and I grab Flute's shoulder to steady myself, and I will look through her eyes.
And you see,
It's all right, buddy.
I have no idea what you're doing.
and I would like K.A.I to roll I almost said an Arcana saving throw, because that feels what it's like. Let's have you roll an Arcana check real quick.
22.
You see everything. It's like you remember what it was like before you were born and built your body. As at the core of here, there is this spark that shows a zoomed out version of realm space that you are through. Like you can see all of it, and it's like all of it zooms in quickly, and you're seeing all of the zoom in all at once. You can hear everything that everyone is speaking, everyone is saying, and it's like as they speak out, you can feel the connection to the magical energy that is all around you, and you hear this word that is called the weave. And you've heard it before, you kind of like know of it. It is something that is referenced as like the magical fabric of space and time and everything. And it is magic like conjures, magic is conjured through the weave. It's just like I talked about, believed in practice. And you can see that every person is connected to it. Every person, and especially any magic user, is just tapping into the thing that is all around you all the time, like a ball of, like a knitted sweater between absolutely everything that exists. And you can see it for just a tiny moment. And in that, you can feel how stunned and overwhelmed Besner is. And in that, her little beak drops, and her little mechanical claws drop and let go of the beat of horse. And there, the only thing that you see is this and a horse just filling up this space that is tiny. It's the size, it's a bread box size, and it just starts breaking things as it expands into this space. And it is a horse that is running to nowhere, and it is just kicking and slamming its hooves. It's biting anything it can find, and it's tearing at the insides, and it's just running and racing and tearing itself apart, but tearing the machine in the meantime. It's like kicking, it's like jerking fully because it can't get any traction either because it's just smashing through things as it goes. So it's just like turning its spine and breaking apart, and you can see as Besner gets hit by one of the hooves as she's trying to escape, but she just like kicks out, and as she's breaking apart and just flying out of the machine, you can still see through her eyes at the moment as all of the Modrons are just like in unison descending on it, but they are also tearing the machine apart as they're trying to get to whatever is breaking the machine. And they finally, and you just see out of all of this mechanical slurry, this bleeding horse that is just neighing angrily, just nothing but like revenge in its eyes for being brought to existence here. And it's breaking things apart as you see the Modrons pull weapons out of their body, swords, like bows and arrows, and they all in unison, like their arrows fly together as they just thoom, thoom, thoom into this horse, and it's breaking apart the machine, and is now just like, you can see its bones, but it does not let go. It's so angry at the fact that it has to exist at all inside of this space that even though its body is being torn apart and it's starting to fall over, it can tell that it's not going to defeat this swarm that is descending on it, like a bunch of flies that are just like grabbing its body. The swords of all these Modrons are just like tearing parts of it off too, and like stabbing into it in unison. So they've like jumped on it like flies onto shit, and the horse is not focused on them at all. It knows that they want to defend the machine, and it is pissed about how much pain it had to experience being inside the machine, and as a result of the Modrons attacking it. So the horse just looks down and takes a big bite out of this like core thing that is projecting all of the that universe that you saw, and it pulls it up and out and starts crunching it in its teeth, and you can hear all the Modrons yell out in perfect unison and harmony. It's not the like scary Janice voice that you've heard before where it's like all of these different voices speaking in unison. They all speak at the exact same time, so it just sounds like one voice, and they yell out, and they're so horrified as this horse looks up and is like, yes, yes. Which you can't hear it speak, but you can just hear that in its neigh. It is a guttural, dying neigh that it lets out as it just snaps it off, and the whole machine falls apart, and the Modrons just wail and descend upon it. They start bouncing off of each other without objectives. They start bouncing off of the workbench, and it's just chaos that you see as the horse falls over and dies, and Besner just like dissipates from existence as well.
Wow. Hey Jordan, we want you to drive
Incredible.
that.
Incredible, Harlan.
Yeah. Harlan.
Harlan, take inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kai looks
Honestly?
through Bessner's eyes and sees everything and hears everything. And he's like, "Oh my God, the weave! It's the oh God, oh no, oh." That's enough.
Turn it up.
Thanks
Turn it- I
for
wanna-
that, everybody. Thanks for that.
Very good.
So
JP's
I've been.
in chat
That
saying
was
great
a fun
improvised
time.
scene.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well done.
Beat a horse.
Harlan,
Okay.
I feel like I have to ask, have you seen a horse get exploded into a machine? That was very detailed.
Visceral.
Very good.
We can talk about my horse trauma later Than Heroes.
Oh, man.
Every
I hope
night
this helped.
the dream
Did
is the
this help?
same.
Yeah, that felt really good. Thanks everybody for that.
Yeah.
Who's Ginger, Harlan? Who's Ginger? The
So-
name that you scream sometimes?
As you all, just to continue this, still like me monologuing moment for a tiny little second here. As you all step in this room, you hear Mir go, "See, I told you I could get all 4 of them here." And then and with that, he steps over and turns and looks at you. And the hooded figure got a 29 on the perception check. Which
Pretty
was,
good.
Or 28, I'm sorry, but which was fun. And so the mirror like gestures over at you all. And you see the mirror step away from the hooded figure. And he looks at Mir kind of just like bows, and he looks at you and he says, "Thank you," or he says, "Thank you. You all have been exactly who I thought you were, and it's been impressive to watch you work." And he says, "Hit me up if you ever need a job well done," and kind of starts to walk away a little bit toward the dinger. Not quite, because I don't want to trigger any like action here yet, but you can tell he's turning to walk away from the dinger, and the hooded figure turns and looks at you, and you can hear a voice from underneath of it, this like raspy voice say, "Good. I'm glad you are here. I've worked so hard to get to meet with you once again, because look at the world without me. And look at the world with you all in charge.
Ventress.
You failed to think about what things would be like if you took them apart. But I never stop thinking about that." And he says, "Moonboy, you should know better. You came from a world that is completely torn apart because of the failures of you and the leadership.
The children of Lunastera will have their revenge. 1,000 million screams in the night. Blah, 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 blah. He just gibbers off.
And then Kai, you hear, you should know better as well. I mean, you put yourself together. Can't you imagine how difficult it would be to hold anything together? And Klik, the work you put in to undermine everything that I tried to, utilize your people in order to be able to be important in this world story. But no, you all just want to cause chaos. And I want to keep things together. And in order to do that, I need to get rid of you. So, this time," and he pulls back his hood, and you see Ventress, the elf, that you all killed. And he points at you, Flute, and he says, "And you, I want my sword back." And he is, if you wouldn't have put these pieces together in your mind of who like would be speaking to you in this way and about these things, he would look unrecognizable to you because his face is gaunt, his long golden hair is gone. There's just wisps of it. He's not holding a sword or in these his robes are tattered, and you can see something that is growing out of his chest. This grayish vine that seems to be wrapped around him, and you think it's maybe clothes for a second, but it's clearly not, as you can see a bit of bone in there as well. And he's holding a staff, and he's wearing a crown, and he says, "The Murnian Tract would never let me go, no matter who stomped on me because of my failure to act." And he says, "And I won't make that same mistake again." And you all see this figure, who I will put up in Roll20 and who I'm going to throw on screen right here as well. That is some wonderful art by Will Podorf, everybody. In fact, Jordan, I almost asked you to draw this, but then you said in our interview, if Ventress comes back, if someone like Ventress came back, I wouldn't want to draw them. So there it is,
Fair.
everybody.
Fair. This is great.
There's old Ventress.
Incredible.
I'm seeing
I
old
see old
Ventress.
Ventress.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't see the current Ventress? Nope. Oh,
is-
I know
We're
why.
seeing both of them.
We're seeing the.
On
I
Twitch,
don't see
on Twitch
both.
stream, the correct one is up.
I got you. I got
Okay.
you. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I got you. Hold on. I want to make sure you all get to see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Ventress, you look terrible.
You look
Oh,
bad,
Really
man.
bad.
Bum, 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 bum. We're hanging out,
Really
waiting
rough,
for me
man.
to pull up the
Whoop,
art.
a wee one.
Oh yeah, and
There
now
he
he's
is.
tiny.
This, whoa. Gross.
Yeah,
You got a brain root.
he does. He has a big old root in his chest that you all can see.
You got a heart root.
And
Ugh.
he does.
Will, thank you.
He also says, yeah, shout out everybody. Shout out Will Parlor. Just crushed it in a half with the description that I gave him. Made him look like a true spooky boy. So with this, you can see after he starts talking to you and he pulls back his hood, you can see on the other ship that is docked here, besides the Dinger, you can see 10 to 15 elves that are clearly manning the other ship that is here. They all seem to stand up on the other side of it, instructed to hide out of vision. You can see Mir starting to walk away. I would love for all four of you to roll perception checks. As the Mir is walking away, Ventress says to you all, he says, "Let's do this again." He says, I'll keep them back because I want a shot at the four of you versus me first. He says, I want my chance for redemption. As he cracks his neck, and you can see one of his little bones pop out from the side of his neck as well.
Gross.
What are the perception checks?
Dirty 20.
19.
13.
He says, plus you'll need to go through me before you get to your friends anyway. And he gestures around, and you can see all four of your shipmates, Goliathan, Cobble, Relic, and Goat, as you have already seen before. They are on different places on the map, which I will put up momentarily so that you can see. But as the docks in front of you, there are two large strips that seem to go out into this orange abyss. The Dinger is on the far left side. The what is clearly Ventress's ship, or the ship that he came here on at least, is on the far right side of the dock. There is an empty gap between the two outcroppings of the dock that each ship is connected to, and hanging in between those two outcroppings is the crane and the Goat dangling from that crane as well. So that is what you see up in and around you, and I'm going to have the image for you all in a second on Roll20 as well.
We found him, you guys. That's
found
good.
him.
Found him.
It's true.
We did
Save
it.
Goliath and and Cobble and Goat and
Oh,
also
poor
Relic is
Cobble.
here.
She's
Truly
Cobble
shaking.
is really.
It's our friends and Relic.
Incredible.
I love roasty Moonboy.
Yeah, they are all bound and on the very edge of the docks that they are on. They don't seem doesn't seem to be anyone near them. There is no mirror near, but they are bound and on the edge of the docks here as well. The relic is on the one that you are the end of the outcropping that you were closest to on the western side of the dock. Cobble is on the far outcropping on the eastern side of the dock. Goliathan is actually the closest to you, kind of right at the base of the crane, and Goat is over there on the hook as well. As you would know. So yeah, what I think with that too, we're gonna go ahead and have you all roll initiative. So please just go ahead and pop that off while I get the final bits and pieces of this map going for everyone to be able to see.
Do we use Bless for initiative? No.
Why don't you let me check for you?
I think it's because it's like specific roles. It says like skills and saving throws, I think. So I'm pretty sure that you cannot. But
Attack roll, saving throw, and it lasts a minute. So,
yeah, because it's technically a
been
skill
minute.
check, which I don't think you add bless to.
It's been a minute too.
Has it been a minute?
Probably.
I would think so.
Yeah.
From when we met the bird.
Yeah, from when you met the bird. Yes, that's a good call. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good call.
I got an 11.
Narc.
21 from me.
22.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not writing it down, so hold on to it for just a second. I just want to be sure and get this map set nice and pretty for everybody to be able to see.
You guys.
Shit. There we go.
This is it. You all did find the end of the the Azure Forge. I will say, congratulations.
Pretty good.
Extreme.
I'm psyched about
As
it.
I'm very
players.
psyched about it.
Characters.
We didn't go into the garbage place very far.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a different type of end. Okay, cool. So 2 people got to above 20. Can you tell me who that was, real quick? On initiative?
22.
I got a 21.
Wonderful. And then Kai, what'd you get?
11.
I also got 11.
Cool. All right. You all both can always decide which one of you goes first. I will just do the 2 of you together, and you all can tell me which one of you want to act first, because you get to act in coordination.
Do we need to decide now?
No, I'll let you use it to your advantage.
Wow.
Just for
cool.
the fun of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it feels fun and cool for a boss
It
fight.
does feel fun and cool.
Great. So as this happens, Ventress is kind of has waved everyone away. You see the mirror walk away, and he is just kind of saying, 1v1 me, folks. He wants to step up and be to take you all on his own first. And so I am going to put him here as he just seems unafraid, and the mirror is going to walk over here and be right there. There should be a
just
token on
looking
the
at my
board
character
now. Sorry, what was the question?
No, I was just asking where Ventress was standing for anyone who might not be able to see the...
Oh yeah. He's standing right in the middle of the docks. He's standing 40 feet from you, about 20 feet from the crane, about 30 feet from the edge of the dock where the outcroppings go. That leads to the docking point of each ship. So yeah, we're gonna pop it off here with Flute. You're going first, and he looks at you and is like, I want my sword back. And he kind of like gestures at you with this, like, as his hand comes up out of his robes. He's like fully shed the robe now too. And
Put it back on. Put it back on.
I'll give the sword a flourish of like,
Oh, you mean the Windrider's rapier? You want the Windrider's sword, is it?
as I kind of am trying to be fancy with it. Hey, I have a question for the DM.
That's me.
I know sometimes when people are attuning to a helm, we sometimes have played it fast and loose where we did it right there in the moment.
It's
and
true.
sometimes it seemed to take longer. It's been a long time since anyone's had to attune to a helm. So how long does it take to take control of a helm?
It is your action. We are forever and always establishing that it only takes your action to attune to a helm.
Great. Then I will use my action to, I'll say over my shoulder,
No, go destroy the K.A.I machine.
and then as my action, I will dimension door onto Dingham Nidris in the belly of the Dinger.
Oh boy. Can you get that far? How far away can you?
500 feet.
Oh boy,
so
then you sure probably can.
I think so.
You motherfucker,
Sure
Andrew. You true motherfucker.
Ah!
I had so many things set up for like, okay, I'm going to put them in this position, so it'll take them this long to get over to that ship. I ran a practice run of this combat session.
You can't keep Flute out of a coward's corner. You can't.
Oh,
You
boy.
can't.
Gonna
You
find
can't.
it.
I've been sitting on that last dimension door.
Wow. Amazing.
What a move.
Enormous.
That's my turn.
Wonderful. Don't worry. I prepped a big. I did prep a big map for if you were gonna move this ship around. So yeah.
Sweet.
You know what? Hold on, Andrew.
It's-
This Jason music, as always, is incredibly
Right?
haunting
Truly.
in that moment. What a pause.
And it's totally it's like watching Pink Floyd with the Wizard of Oz in the background. It's like syncing up, man.
Andrew, what level are you casting Dimension Door at?
I'm upcasting it because that was the slot I had.
I thought that
at
might be true.
Level 5.
All right. I need to look up the rules for counterspell. As the green door opens in front of you, this like green portal that is Dimension Door, and you start to step through, you see Ventress's hand raise up, and he kind of like waves at the portal, and you see it start to quake. And he is not casting it. I need to make an ability check. If the DC is 10 plus the spell's ability level, and as you start to step through the green door, it disappears in front of you and goes away.
Holy shit.
Oh no.
A truly cruel thing. Look at me. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Good job. Good
That was
job.
huge.
This is not
Very
DM.
good.
This is not
Yeah,
DM
yeah,
advice.
yeah.
Don't do this. And he waves away the portal in front of you, and he says, "No, no, no! I want my sword back. And if you'd like to
Also-
move at all, you can."
You just ate a counterspell, which is huge.
It's true.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but I would have rather rammed that
Oh,
ship up his
for-
ass.
I agree.
Damn.
You still
Cool.
can.
Then
You just
that is
got to
my
get
turn.
there.
I will. I'll
Just
use
gotta
my
be more
bonus
suave about
action
it.
to give Klik Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, give us some flavor though, as you get this portal wiped away in front of you, and you have to turn and look at Klik and inspire her after just getting stomped. After what was the thing we were joking about beforehand? Your dick stomped in the
Get your
mud.
Dick
Getting your
kicked in
dick
the
stomped.
dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
as-
be like,
Sand, I think it was.
and I'll be like, go get him, Klik.
Just go womp womp. Go get him.
Yeah, since day one, I've hid behind Klik when it comes to action. So
Okay, Click, you're up.
yeah.
Can't do that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't think I can.
So you have
move.
1d10 you can add to anything you want, Klik,
Okay.
for the next 10 minutes. Except
I think I
for
can
damage
get
rolls.
exactly to him. Okay. Well, do the fighter thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll hit him.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
as you
I do want to move, but it won't be of consequence. All right.
yeah, you absolutely can just like run straight up to this like decrepit version of Ventress, and with your new weapons, and he even kind of like he looks at you and says, "Impressive. I think the last time I saw you, you were hiding inside of the ship." And you run up to him in your weapon with your weapons, and what attacks are
I'll
you
say
going to
the
do?
last time I saw you, you were dead, and
Oh,
I'll hit him
that's-
for
Hell
22.
yeah. Let's
Very
go.
nice.
It's 22 to hit.
Cool. A 22 does hit.
10 slashing.
Wonderful.
Do it again.
Go for it.
That one is not gonna hit. That's an 11 to hit.
Wonderful. That one does not hit. You are correct.
I'm gonna try to hit him again. It's a 17 to hit.
17 hits exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. As you slash up and like connect against his body immediately, and he looks down and like nods at you, but doesn't seem to react in pain, and he just like swats away the other one with his staff that he has. And that third hit, like you bring the bottom of the staff up and into his chest, like, and you see that these like vines that are growing out of it, they seem to like wriggle and react to being stabbed, but he doesn't. And so, what is the damage on the
Well-
third hit?
Just 7 on the third hit.
Cool. So that's 17 altogether.
So far, number 4 is a 18 to hit.
That hits as well.
And this one is 13 slashing.
Cool.
And I got one more attack. Come on, boys. Can we roll a
30
winner?
points of damage altogether so far.
That one will hit as well. It's gonna do 12. And one more.
Cool.
19 to hit. That one will do 6.
Cool. So that's
So-
48 points of damage altogether, if I'm correct.
Pretty good. 30, 42, 48. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So as he's kind of like taunting you, and you step up, and you're just like thump, 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 with your weapon, and you can see just like bits of his body, and like these vines fall off of him, and he still just kind of like looks unfazed, and he's like,
Wow.
"Good. You have also learned as I have," and he like puts his hand, like pulls, like tucks some of the wisps of hair that he has hanging on behind his head.
That's my turn.
Um,
Don't touch your wisps. Leave your wisps.
touch your wisps.
What are you doing with your wisps?
All right, that is going to bring up Goliathan's turn, and you see him on the edge of the deck there, the closest one to you, but hanging on there, and he's just like with his cowboy hat on. They seem to have put the cowboy hat on him, and he is like bound up. The captain of your ship is not able to do anything.
Cowboy hat's tied up next to him.
We just got a raid coming in from Cisco the Mule. Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hello. Thanks for hanging out.
Welcome.
We are in
We're
a
trying
big
to
old
stop
boss
fight.
fight.
Time.
Yeah, it is boss fight time.
Big old boss fight time. We're trying to rescue our buds and kill this little dead guy.
He's like a corpse elf. I don't know
Yeah.
what he
Death
is.
to the dead.
right.
He looks at you, Klik, and says, "Wonderful. Good job." And he is going to... Oh, boy. He's going to look at you and just hold one finger up and point at you and say, "Your ancestors failed you. You have failed them. And so be gone. And I need you to make a saving throw for me in just a second.
My best.
I need you to make a
Bardic
constant. I
inspiration.
need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As you see his finger kind of like glow, and like it's almost like something is building up, and he flicks this like purple energy at you and whispers a curse.
We have rolled a 22 on our Constitution save.
Oh boy. All right. So you only take half damage here. to this, and I'm gonna pull up my big old pile of dice.
No.
As you
Just one dice,
90 points of
please.
necrotic
pick one.
damage or whatever.
and you can see like as the finger like it just like builds up, and you can hear him whispering in Elvish this curse at you, and this big blast of purple energy comes out of his finger and hits you like a dagger in the chest, and you could feel your whole body kind of like tighten, and all of these whispers in your ear that are your connection to this this larger history of Kreen, the community that you came from, and they all just like yell back at him together. And so you take half damage here, so that is 24, 31, 39. So you take half of 63, which is you take 31 points of necrotic damage as you feel like bits of your carapace just like torn away like wind pulling shingles off of a roof. But the yell back from the psionic energy all around you seems to protect you to a degree as well.
My family loves me. Now.
And cool. That is the end of his turn.
Real cool.
And great. That he's going to stay right there and just continue like looking you in the face with this like decrepit, gaunt elven form, and you see all of the tentacles just kind of like are wriggling even more. Or they're not tentacles; they're like vines that are like growing out of his chest and into his body. After he casts that spell, they're like pulsating, veins. So yeah, that is going to be the end of his turn, and I think with that being 10 o'clock, we're gonna call it right there.
Oh my God.
And we can pick it up right after the banner's
rest of the
turn.
round for K.A.I and Moonboy.
No.
Man.
We'll pick it up
Alright.
next
We'll
time.
pick it up next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my God.
You guys, we made it
So,
through the dungeon. We are in this boss fight. So exciting.
Oh my gosh.
So exciting. Great job tonight, Harlan. And I
Seriously.
honestly do not think I could picture a better use for the bead of horse
Yeah,
that
I
we have
agree.
been holding
That was
for
so
our-
fun.
We've
for
been holding that
2
bead of
arcs,
horse for
many,
so long.
many,
We've had it
many,
forever.
many arcs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
I'm
was
gonna go ahead and slip this in now. I think we have to take this party on over to Quests and Chaos when we raid at the end of this.
Oh, Quest and Case, those are our buds. We
Because
talked to them on the
they
dungeon.
They have an episode going right now called Definitely a Horse, of course.
Oh yeah, let's
yeah.
go.
I mean, yeah,
We have
Uh,
to cast Inflict Horse on them.
on them.
Yes.
So yeah,
Everyone
Absolute-
tell them that we're casting Inflict Horse.
yeah.
please take the horse chat over there. We have a few little admin things to do, but if you came over from the raid, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the big boss fight that we've been working on for a while. We're going to continue it next week.
Yeah, follow us.
Yeah, follow us here. Follow us on YouTube. We are two follows away from 1,000 followers on Twitch. I mean on Twitter.
YouTube.
And
Twitter?
we're about like 25
Nice.
away on YouTube. So come hang out with us. Also, there's been a few new Patreon subscribers lately. Huge thank you. It truly keeps the light on. Even if you have $5 a month, it keeps these lights on. It keeps us rolling and letting us continue these storylines. Let us pay Will Potter for this amazing art. I'm putting it up again. It's so good. Look at that. It's so good. This like gross, creepy Ventress. He doesn't have a sword. That was a big thing Will and I talked about. I was like, he does not have a sword. It's so good. And then we also, we have on Patreon as well, we've been doing Later Than Heroes, where we talk about the show after the show. That's a podcast that you can listen to over there. There's also a 3-part series where I ran just an individual session for Andrew for what Flute got up to between a couple of things in these sessions. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have. That was my run of things. Anybody else? Want to shout anything out while I set up this raid?
Oh
Special
boy, I
shout
got a
out
pot.
to all the Repos and Leads Patreon crew for bearing with us this month.
Hell yeah.
Well, my spine was sick.
Yeah. it's been weird to not play, and I'm glad you're feeling better, Aaron.
Thanks.
Well enough to be able to play this week.
I'm officially well enough to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's go. Let's go.
Doctors cleared me.
How big are the dice? Will you be lifting with your knees?
What level spells are you casting?
Do you roll 20s like they're boulders down the mountain?
Cool. Well, I'm gonna play our credits out of here, and then we're gonna raid over. Quest and Cast were guests in the dungeon recently, so hang out there, show them some love, and we'll see you next week.
Drop in and cast Inflict Horse. Thanks,
Inflict
everybody.
Horse. Inflict Horse. Bye.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than he.